Set. Places, everybody. And action.
It's time once again for the Hooked on Movies podcast. Today we're going to be looking at the movie that started it all, the 1996 comedy Happy Gilmore. With me are Ken.
During high school, I played junior hockey, and I still hold 2 league records. Most times spent in the penalty box, and I was the only guy to ever take his skate off and try to stab somebody.
And Ted.
If I saw myself in clothes like what Ken's wearing, I'd have to kick my own ass.
Ted, can I trouble you for a glass of warm milk? It helps me go to sleep.
No, you're not going to get any warm milk. You're just going to go to sleep.
You're going to get a cup of, shut the fuck up.
That's right. That's right. Thank you for joining us for another episode here of Hooked on Movies, the podcast, of course. You can find us all over the internet, the Dorkening Network. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, anywhere you can find your podcast. And now we're also on YouTube. If you want to hear us on YouTube, yay us. So, gentlemen, Ken, first time you saw this movie?
In the theater when it came out.
Impressive. Ted?
I probably rented this movie.
Yeah.
I don't think I went to the theater to see it. I don't know. Because I was a big Adam Sandler fan from Saturday Night Live. 96 is kind of a weird year for me.
Drugs.
So
A lot of them.
NyQuil.
I don't remember a lot from 96.
NyQuil. Well, apparently, a lot of drugs and NyQuil.
Yeah.
Doesn't remember 96.
It's kind of fuzzy.
This one's an interesting movie because I actually still have the original VHS copy that I purchased.
Oh, cool.
Yes, in 1997 or 98, but I know it's the one I bought.
Gotcha.
For me, it's VHS own.
You don't have this one on Laserdisc?
I don't have this one on Laserdisc.
Damn.
I can't confirm or deny that. I might, but I'm pretty sure I don't. Now you got me wondering. But I know I have it on VHS and DVD. And of course,
I know
it's
I own
streaming everywhere. So, well, it was streaming everywhere. It was streaming up on Netflix recently, and then they removed it, which is fine. That's cool.
It's still streaming somewhere. I forget where, though.
It's streaming all over the place.
It's on the Magic Box, Ken.
All
Well,
right,
Ted, on that note, talk about the particulars of this movie.
I'm going to take my nap now.
Okay.
All right. Happy Gilmore was directed by Dennis Dugan. It was a screenplay by Tim Herlihy and Adam Sandler, but I also found out that it was rewritten by Judd Apatow, and he's uncredited.
Makes perfect sense. I believe that.
And Tim Herlihy, if people recognize that name, he's from Saturday Night Live. He was Adam Sandler's personal writer on Saturday Night Live.
Ooh.
And they kind of left almost at the same time. The running time for Happy Gilmore is 92 minutes.
Which is just perfect. 92
Very
minutes.
Tight 92
Love
minutes.
it. Love it.
It had a release date of February 16th, 1996. I would have thought that they would have wanted to release this around Masters time. It had a budget of $12 million. It had a box office gross of $41.4 million. On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a critic score of 63%, so that's positive, but an audience score of 85%. It also has an IMDb rating of 7.0, which is odd because usually the IMDb and the Rotten Tomatoes audience score kind of align with each other. You don't usually.
I'm going to be honest. Does anyone really give a shit about the IMDb score?
Yeah, people do.
You hear Rotten Tomatoes thrown around all the time, but I never hear someone say, hey, what's that IMDb score for such and such?
Yeah, some people.
I think IMDb is a little bit more accurate, to be honest with you, than Rotten Tomatoes, because especially over the last 10 or 15 years, Rotten Tomatoes has gotten a lot of people that are just going in there and bashing films just for the fun of it.
Yeah, they do that to Star Wars all the time.
So I should stop doing that is what you're saying? Okay,
Yeah.
I won't do that anymore.
So, Happy Gilmore stars Adam Sandler as the aforementioned Happy Gilmore. Donnie McMillan stars as the young Happy Gilmore. Christopher McDonald stars as Shooter McGavin.
No young Shooter McGavin?
No.
Okay.
Julie Bowen stars as Virginia Vanette.
No young Julie Bowen, even though she's pretty young.
She's pretty young there. Frances Bay stars as Anna Gilmore. Carl Weathers stars as Derek Chubbs Peterson. Alan Covert stars as Otto, the homeless man who becomes Happy's caddy. Richard Kiel stars as Mr. Larson. Dennis Dugan, the director, stars as Doug Thompson, the commissioner of the Pro Tour. Joe Flaherty stars as Donald Floyd. He's the unruly fan that's hired by Shooter to heckle Happy. Ben Stiller stars as Hal, the abusive orderly, but he's uncredited in this role. Robert Schmeigel, from Saturday Night Live fame, he is the IRS agent. Kevin Nealon plays Gary Potter. And then, I guess you could say, cameos, but they're not really cameos. But the professional golfers that star in this movie are Lee Trevino and Mark Lai, sportscaster Vern Lundquist, and of course, Bob Barker. And then as an aside, I found out this today, I never knew this. The hockey player Joe Sakic, who played for the Colorado Avalanche, he's in the hockey tryout scene.
I never knew that either.
I was shocked when I read that today.
You learn something new every day when you listen to the Hooked on Movies podcast.
Yes. I like the fact that Robert Schmeigel's in the movie.
I love TV Funhouse on SNL. He's the best.
TV Funhouse was the absolute best.
Yes.
I love the ambiguously gay duo.
Of course you do.
I'm sure you did.
The ambiguously
around 1996 too?
I think it was actually. So
probably, yeah.
Probably. All right. Let's roll right along here for our favorite part of the Hooked on Movies podcast. It's Ken's Tidbits.
Ken's Tidbits.
Sooner or later we'll get a real theme song, but for now, it's Ken's Tidbits. Ken, you probably have a lot of tidbits on this one.
I do have a lot of tidbits, and I'll try to keep it quick and short, though. So the concept of this movie by Adam Sandler was from a childhood friend by the name of Cal, who was a hockey player, and who actually also played golf with Adam and his dad. And now that guy's a teacher and also a high school hockey coach. So good for him, right? Adam Sandler wrote this film, as Ted said earlier, with Tim Hurley while filming Billy Madison. He showed the script to Tamra Davis and asked her to direct it for him, but she didn't want to make it sports comedy. Universal then decided to hire Dennis Dugan to direct, and they did many, many more films after that, and the rest is history. And of course, now she regrets not doing Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore was supposed to fight Ed McMahon.
Yeah.
But he declined because of the film's profanity and crude humor.
Give it up, McMahon. You started with Johnny Carson for how many years? Come off of it.
Ed, you're better than that, Ed. You should have done it. But honestly, Barker, it works so well.
Price is wrong, Bob.
And Bob wasn't sure if he wanted to be in the movie, but when he learned that he was going to win a fight with Adam Sandler, he accepted the role.
He's a real fighter, too.
Yeah. Because Duggan wanted Bob Barker to have a stunt double, but he said no.
He
says, wait a minute, I know how to fight.
He trained with Chuck Norris.
For me,
I stole your tidbit. Okay. Sorry, I was excited. I didn't know that he trained with Chuck
From now on,
Norris.
when you do your casting, I'm going to say, guess who was in that one? Oh, guess who was that? Guess who that was?
I was excited. I didn't know that Bob Barker was connected to Chuck Norris.
Mm-hmm. Because of Bob Barker's cameo, ratings for The Price is Right rose considerably among college viewers. To help promote the movie, Adam Sandler actually made a cameo appearance on The Price is Right. Dennis Dugan's first choice wasn't Carl Weathers; it was R. Lee Ermey.
R. Lee Ermey, really? That would have been a totally different movie.
Well, he later cast him in another movie he made called Saving Silverman.
That's right. I forgot about that. Okay. All right.
Adam Sandler originally wrote the role of Donald the Heckler for Gilbert Gottfried. But Godfrey learned that Sandler would be fighting Bob Barker in the same scene, so he decided to decline the role, feeling that he would be overshadowed by the fight.
What is wrong with these people? Is everyone so sensitive? It's Gilbert Gottfried. Calm down, Gilbert. That would have helped your career so much.
I don't know if it would help it so much. I mean, Godfrey is basically what he was, right? So
yeah.
And if you think about it, the guy who does that, he is kind of Gilbert Gottfried-esque.
It's Joe Flaherty, SCTV, Joe Flaherty.
Yeah, I wouldn't go too far.
No, Gilbert Gottfried is a caricature of himself. Let's be honest.
I mean, if you actually had ever listened to him on his, podcast and things like that, he really wasn't that obnoxious. So.
No,
but he's actually a pretty smart
really
guy.
Funny. Yeah, he's really funny too.
So Chris Farley was Adam Sandler's first choice for the role of Otto, the homeless caddy. Otto. It doesn't matter because he doesn't have a name in the movie. You only know what his name is because of deleted scenes. Farley was eager to take the role, but he was contractually obligated to make the movie Black Sheep. Sandler then offered the role to Steve Buscemi, but he was busy making a small indie movie called Fargo.
Yeah,
just a small movie that would catapult him into superstardom.
So when Mr. Larson was on screen, he either stands still or leans on something because in 1992, Richard Kiel was in a serious car accident that left him unable to balance unassisted.
And he's 9 feet tall.
That too. Timber.
It's funny because he runs in the movie sideways.
Yeah?
Yeah, he does. He runs after Paul Giamatti's character.
Christopher McDonald said he originally turned down the role of Shooter McGavin several times because he was growing tired of being typecast as the antagonist. He reconsidered the role because he had enjoyed Adam Sandler's previous film, Billy Madison, and he was playing a golf tournament in Seattle while taking a break from filming, and realized that playing an antagonist in a comedy, he thought was pretty cool. He was satisfied with the script and asked Sandler to discuss the movie with him, and they hit it off, and he accepted the role. He says to this day, it's the best decision he's ever made.
Is he literally walking down the street? He's Shooter McGavin, right?
Basically, yes.
He's like Christopher Walken. He's more cowbell.
He's actually tried to be in other Adam Sandler movies, but Sandler keeps on saying, "You are Shooter McGavin. I can't put you in anything else."
I read that. I thought that was pretty funny.
He's pretty much Stifler. He's typecast for life.
Well, yeah, Shooter's an iconic character,
and he does it perfectly. He's the perfect
beautiful.
antagonist.
He's the best.
Yeah.
The role of Hal, the nursing home aide, was originally written for Rob Schneider, but he declined and suggested...
God, he's not in this movie.
Yeah, stop the hate. He declined and suggested Sandler that he hire more real actors to fill out his movies instead of all of his friends.
How's that worked out for Sandler over the years?
Well, I think in '96 it makes sense though because he's not a well-named guy yet. So
are we thinking grown-ups?
Wasn't Schneider still on Saturday Night Live? He lasted longer on Saturday Night Live than Sandler did, I think.
Yeah, he did. Kevin Costner was offered the role of Shooter McGavin, but declined because he thought it was too silly, I guess.
Was this before or after Tin Cup?
I would say at the same time. They both were released in '96.
Beautiful.
Originally, Happy was going to eat KFC, but KFC declined the idea. Stupid
Big
KFC.
mistake.
Subway is Dennis Duggan's favorite restaurant.
Rock on.
And about 30 minutes of this film was cut so they can obtain a PG-13 rating.
I want to see the uncut version.
Yeah.
I know, because I watched the deleted scenes, and to be honest with you, I can't see anything on there that would actually raise it to an R.
Yeah, there's got to be more.
There must be gratuitous sex somewhere.
That's what Ted's hoping for.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
So,
because who doesn't want to see
Carl Weathers and Adam Sandler?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, with the hand.
Who doesn't want to see Richard Kiel naked?
Something bad with the alligator. I know it's going down. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we know how you lost that eye.
That's right. That's right.
Did you have some of the ladies that were up for Virginia's character?
The only thing I heard about Virginia's character is the lady before Joey Bowen.
I read this too.
I guess she came in her best basic instinct demeanor. And
really?
Yeah, she
the
did
old
legs thing. Yeah.
Pulled a full Sharon Stone on him.
And who might this woman be?
They don't say.
She didn't say. She didn't say.
Wouldn't that be if it was funny if it was Sharon Stone?
It would have been funny.
Didn't get the part, huh? Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't go too much further into that, so I don't know what other ladies. But I'll tell you this: Adam Sandler probably has the greatest leading lady list of all time. I mean, if you think of all the leading ladies that have been with Adam Sandler, it's a knockout of who's who.
Yeah, who's the blonde in Billy Madison? The teacher.
Oh, Bridget. Bridget Sampras now is what she goes by.
Yeah,
she's married to Pete
Sampras now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then of course Drew Barrymore and Selma Hayek, which is my personal favorite,
and Jennifer Aniston of recent.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah. So here's a couple of the people I just was able to find that were up for the Virginia character: Cameron Diaz, Uma Thurman, Robin Wright, and Helen Hunt. Diaz and Thurman, I could really see. And somebody, do you know who Amy Jo Johnson is?
Yes,
she was up for it too.
Yeah, I would say out of all those names, maybe Cameron Diaz, but to be honest with you, I like the fact that she's pretty much a no name at this particular point, and those all other ones had names to them. So, and originally she was supposed to be a golf fanatic. And the only reason why she took that job that she had was to be near golf.
Because that would have been awkward for Uma Thurman because it's not that big of a role, and she was coming off of Pulp Fiction.
But outside of Pulp Fiction, what else is Uma Thurman?
When was The Mask? Because that was like Cameron Diaz.
I think 95.
Yeah.
Okay, so
94, 95, around that area. Yeah. Because it was right after Ace Ventura, which was 93. So, yeah.
Right.
The 90s.
Yeah.
Classic time.
Okay.
Actually, the perfect person for this is the perfect person for all Adam Sandler movies, which is Drew Barrymore. Actually, would probably fit pretty well there.
Definitely could have seen Drew Barrymore in this role.
Mm-hmm. Definitely too. Yeah. Although I don't like the '90s short-haired Drew Barrymore.
No, from Home Fries.
That's not my favorite.
It worked for me with My Wedding Singer. So.
Josie Grossi.
Yeah, no, she does have short hair in Wedding Singer, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
I think it's the character though in Wedding Singer that makes up for it.
So what are you, Ted? You're an ET girl? Is that your Drew Barrymore you like?
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
I'm not a fucking pedophile. God damn!
You just have to say no. That's all. No, I'm not in the 1982 Drew Barrymore.
That was a little too hard of a denial there for us.
A little hard, yeah.
It's a little harsh.
What do you like? 84 Firestarter? Little older, hair's a little longer? No? Okay. All right. I'm just.
Were you salivating when they got to Bad Girls? I mean, was
Bad Girls? Yeah.
Tongue rolling out of your mouth and stuff.
Bad Girls
He's got Poison Ivy on all different formats.
Oh my goodness! Don't go there.
Poison Ivy.
Don't go there with Poison Ivy 2 either. Let's just move on.
Yeah,
Sorry, I brought it up.
That's Alyssa Milano.
Yes, the cookie. Yeah. Let's move on.
There's some memories.
Okay, gentlemen. All right.
All from 1996.
Oh, my goodness.
Go ahead, Eric. Why don't you let us get started with this movie?
Let's chat about Happy Gilmore.
Let's chat about Happy Gilmore. For anyone that has been either in prison since 1996 or has been living in their parents' basement and doesn't see oxygen, we're going to talk about Happy Gilmore. We're going to start off with, what's this movie about? So Happy Gilmore, a passionate hockey player whose career never quite takes off. He's not a conventional athlete. His temper is notoriously short, and his skills on the ice are limited to fighting rather than scoring goals. Despite his shortcomings, Happy is deeply devoted to his grandmother, who raised him after his father died from a freak hockey accident. The story begins with Happy attempting to make into the local hockey team, but he fails miserably. Dejected, he returns to his grandmother's house only to discover that she is in serious financial trouble. The IRS is seizing her home due to unpaid taxes, and she has nowhere else to go. Happy vows to do whatever it takes to save her home. And the rest is history of Happy Gilmore.
But she didn't have the money.
Who knows? I don't know why she didn't pay it. She's a simple old lady. So
Deadbeat.
Yeah, deadbeat, right?
It's all those Kiss concerts that she went to.
All those, yeah. What is up with that? Seriously, the Kiss stuff.
Know.
That is so weird. The Kiss mask, but whatever.
It's
weird. Watching Shooter McGavin later on, suck that tongue out later on. That's what's up.
I don't know, because Sandler has never said that he's had a real affinity for Kiss.
Maybe just he wanted something completely off the chart.
Yeah,
an old lady.
But if you listen to the music that Sandler listens to, Kiss kind of falls into that realm.
Yeah,
his soundtracks are really good. A lot of stuff that Adam Sandler produces has really good soundtracks, and he appreciates the 70s, 80s music a lot. He likes to focus on that area.
I love the fact that Tuesday's Gone is kind of like the theme song for Happy Gilmore.
I love the fact that he sings "I kiss you." I want to kiss you all over.
Yes,
I love that. He has a bad day. He doesn't make the hockey team, and his girlfriend's leaving. I just love the intercom thing. It's so cool. And then you get the two kids and the old Asian lady who's sitting there.
Who he hooks up with. Yes,
who he hooks up with. Right. Wait a second, you don't want breakfast?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
When I first saw that, I cracked up laughing. That was hilarious because they hit her so well.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
But it's kind of weird how it starts off. It's a comedy that starts off with Happy losing his dad due to a puck killing him. That's so weird.
Go, though.
And then we never get to hear about Happy's mother ever again. I guess she leaves him because
she went to Egypt.
Yeah,
where there's no ice.
Where there's no hockey rinks.
There's no hockey.
Yes.
And it's funny, the guy who's their favorite hockey player, he's the guy who actually went up into the stands at Madison Square Garden and fought a fan in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's why they became fans. Yeah, it sets the tone of how Happy has a short fuse and that he thinks fighting is like the best thing to resolve issues. He shows that little scene where he's like being the kid for, taking, he took like something from his, some kind of, maybe it was cake or something. I don't know.
The birthday party. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he gives the back massage afterwards because that's,
It just shows how he has such a short fuse. Like anything will set him off, which I guess for a hockey player is good and bad.
He goes back and forth like that. When we're talking about the intercom scene, he goes back and forth.
Leave, you bitch, leave.
Yeah, he's like, I saw those finger paintings that you bring home from school, and they suck.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, baby. I thought they were really nice finger painted.
Yeah, that's the classic Sandler.
Back and forth. I think it sets it up really nicely. We're laughing already, and it already tells us what we really need to know about Happy Gilmore, right?
I like in the tryout where he's trying to make the team and the coach cuts him. He just beats the hell out of the coach.
The coach is like, Gilmore, I called your name, didn't I? And he's like, no, you didn't. He's like, well, better luck next year.
Right.
Yeah, that's
just sets him off.
Yeah, and he just loses it, right.
Or when he misses the shot, he's like, is that regulation size or what?
His hockey skills remind me of Bob Probert or Ty Domi.
Reminds me of my hockey skills.
Yeah, really.
I like it later on when Virginia's like, you played ice hockey?
Yeah, right.
Shut up.
It's funny. But no, it sets everything up well. We get to see who the character is, and we get to see the mentality and everything. It's a good way to set up.
His temper is just off the wall, but when it comes to his grandmother, he is just loving and doting and will do anything for her and never shows any type of anger towards her in any way. He just wants to protect her. Even when the IRS agent is there and they're taking the house, of course, at the end he loses it. But other than that, through the glass, right? But up until then, he kind of keeps it. How do we resolve this? Kind of puts the blame on his grandma at first. Like, you didn't pay your taxes, Grandma?
There's an outtake where he's like, you should have told me earlier and I could have helped you. And she's like, you got money? He's like, no. He's emotionally there to help her, but he's just as messed up as she is. But
I always remember her. She's Nana on Seinfeld.
Yes.
She's Jerry's grandma, Nana. Oh, dear.
And don't forget that we have Adam Sandler with all these odd jobs.
My goodness. Yes, with the masturbation move in every job he does.
Riding the bull.
Riding the
bull.
Yes.
Riding the bull, Happy.
The best one is at the gas station when he's got the pump going. So,
yes, that's the best one. Right.
Yeah.
The most realistic of the masturbation scenes.
How would you know, Eric?
Oh, really? Ted, you want to go that way? You want to go that direction, Ted?
You accused me of being a pedophile, so you know what?
yeah, Ted, but what I do isn't a crime.
It's in the privacy of his own room.
Let's do it on airplane, right?
That's why you take so many trips.
That's why I take so many trips. Frequent flyer miles, baby. That's right.
The mile hike includes
Club?
2 people.
Yes.
Includes 2 people, not 1.
Yes.
I think with other music, the montage would have been kind of overdone, but I like the music. So
you mean like a Rocky IV montage?
Yeah, God, yeah.
It's very mellow.
Yeah, it's Tuesday's Gone. I love Tuesday's Gone. It's one of my favorite Skynyrd songs.
Yeah,
it's an underrated Skynyrd song in my opinion.
Again, fits that format of Adam Sandler. He just loves the 70s, 80s rock, regardless of soft rock, hard rock, heavy metal. It doesn't matter. He kind of hits them all. Why don't we go ahead and move this plot alone, Eric? Why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit more about this plot?
Well, let's talk about the main scene that kicks this movie into gear. They're moving out of his grandma's house, and the furniture is all being moved out, and he's telling the movers to, do your job, get the stuff done. He's using his grandfather's clubs, the movers, to hit the golf ball, and he just hits a shit shot, and he thinks it's the greatest thing on earth. And then, they're making a wager. I'll give you $20 if you can hit it farther. And this is where Happy, who probably has never picked up a golf club in his life and has had very, very unique shooting style that I have personally seen people try and mimic and fall flat on their ass. But obviously Happy just goes to town, and the rest is this movie.
Funny thing about that is the cast of Happy Gilmore 2, all the professional golfers, they had a competition to see who can hit it like Happy Gilmore. It was pretty funny to watch.
And who did? Anyone?
Where did you see that?
You can look it online. It's online.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look for it.
McElroy.
Did any of them hit it?
Yeah, a lot of them hit it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, they're pro. Yeah.
They're pros. They have great eye-hand coordination.
Yeah.
So.
But it's such a weird thing.
Well,
everybody's tried it, right?
I tried it, and I didn't do very well.
I don't do well with just regular golf stance, so it doesn't matter.
Oh.
So.
I had a friend who tried it on a par 3, and he twisted himself right into the ground and fell face first into the ground.
Pretty easy to do.
And of course I didn't laugh at him for 5 minutes.
I like the sequence of this movie where he hits the window first, then he hits the father.
Yeah. Yes.
And I guess that's his daughter up front, and he knocks her off the window, and she falls down.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
He should have been standing there.
The one mover is Will Sasso. He's a famous character actor.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to be, after Farley passed away, he was supposed to be like the next Farley before Kevin James took off.
Well, he wasn't on Mad TV for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was on Mad TV for a while.
Now his biggest role is on Young Sheldon, and now the spinoff.
Oh yes, yeah.
Will Sasso, yeah.
He's actually done a really good job with that role. I think up to then, I think a lot of misses.
The Three Stooges movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's hard to emulate.
Ooh.
The greatest.
Really, it's that hard to imitate Curly?
Yeah, I do think so. I mean, you're talking about the greatest trio to ever have been on the screen. Unless you want to count the 3 Marx Brothers instead of the 4.
Oh, God. It's worse. Oh.
You don't like the Three Stooges?
No, I don't like the Three Stooges. I don't like the Marx Brothers.
Whoa, time out.
Time out.
How do you not like the Three Stooges?
He likes to masturbate on an airplane.
Yeah, I'd rather masturbate on an airplane than watch the Three Stooges or the Marx Brothers.
Was it?
Why? Because they're not funny.
Oh my God! I had no idea.
I'm sorry, Ted.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. I know, right?
Everybody loves the Stooges.
No, not everybody loves the Stooges.
Yeah.
I guess I align myself with the millennials because the millennials don't even know who the Stooges are.
Well, I know it's not because you don't like black and white, because you like black and white.
I love black and white. No, of course, I do.
Doesn't like black and white comedy. Who do you like from that era? Like, do you like any comedy group from the 30s and 40s?
Don't say Abbott and Costello.
Oh my God, no, I don't like. I don't like vaudeville comedy. It's cheesy.
Okay.
It's cheesy. Yes, I know. It was the Roaring 20s and the 30s, and that's, I get it, but they just it's cheesy because they can't do what they want to do,
I almost disagree with you because this movie that we're reviewing is very much like a Marx Brothers movie.
It is.
Because Marx Brothers was all about lines. They're all about cutting other people down and making fun of each other.
Yeah.
Except for Harpo, who doesn't talk.
You're right, but it's the subtle stuff that Groucho says. The people who censored the movies back then didn't get the jokes, and so they let it go through.
Oh, it's like I shot an elephant in my pants. How the elephant got in my pants,
Yeah.
I'll never know. Feel free. We can do a Marx Brothers movie. That would be great. We could have even less listeners than we do now. Let's do it.
Groucho's humor is an intelligent humor.
It is. I just don't like his two imbecile brothers. It's fine.
Oh, I love Chico and Harpo.
Harpo and Chico. Yeah, Harpo is his little stupid horn and hat. No.
With Harpo, it's all physical comedy.
Horn
is something, but his physical comedy was very.
We're going off on a tangent here, but that word physical comedy, you're stretching it, okay? Because first off, it has to be funny to be comedy. Just because he moves around and dances and falls down and honks his little horn, no. Sorry, man.
Groucho's the reason to tune in.
There you go, people. Everyone who's listening to this is a great Facebook topic. Defend the Marx Brothers. Or agree with Uncle Eric, who says they suck.
Let's move on. We're heading over to the driving range.
Yes.
Where he's like hitting that ball over 400 yards.
We're talking about where he meets Chubbs.
Gets to meet Chubbs here, which Chubbs is just sitting there. He's not even paying attention to the golfer that's in front of him.
The lessons. He's giving the lessons. You're doing great. Yeah. That's awesome. What's he reading? Is he reading Golf Digest or something? He's reading something.
I think so.
Yeah, so Chubbs obviously lying there like doesn't care, and he doesn't. But he recognizes Happy's raw talent. Persuades him to enter a local tournament. Why? Because it's money, and that's what is driving Happy at this point. He needs the money. He will do anything for the money to save enough money to rescue his grandmother's home. At first, Happy's hockey-style swing, fiery temper, and disregard for golf etiquette makes him the laughingstock of the tournament. However, his prodigious drives and relatable everyman persona quickly win over the fans and draw the attention of the media. Happy's presence on the course disrupts the genteel world of professional golf. His wild antics, from wrestling with alligators to getting into fistfights with fellow players and even spectators, becomes the talk of the golfing world. Despite his unconventional methods, Happy continues to advance through the ranks, earning just enough in each tournament to inch closer to the goal. And of course, the commissioner. Is it Robert Smigel who plays the commissioner?
No, Dennis Dugan.
Dennis Dugan, who was like, these ratings have never been higher. He loves it.
Doesn't love it at first. He
no.
Kick him off with the tour right off the bat.
Right, but then money talks.
Going back to the after the driving range, where Chubbs introduces himself, Happy Gilmore at the batting cages, taking those.
Taking the balls in the chest to toughen them up
to the face.
Yes,
like, oh, that one hurt, but I still feel good. And I love it when him and Chubbs are talking, and in the background, the kid goes ahead and he tries to take a pitch, and he gets knocked down on the first pitch.
Oh yeah.
It's a great little gag in the background while they're talking.
Gag,
yeah, I love sight gags like that.
I do too.
Really well.
I do too.
I love the fact that he surprises him with the wooden hand. He's like, "Oh, they wouldn't let you be on the tour because you're black." No, because an alligator took my hand, right? But then when he hits the hand accidentally with the hockey stick, and then it gets run over, that to me is a little too much.
That was very Naked Gun. Don't worry, it's made of wood, and then a garbage truck runs over it, right? Yeah.
I would have loved to see, instead of destroying that hand just end up in different places throughout the movie. That would have been a little bit more funny.
Or how about the rubber hand, like in Kingpin?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kingpin does it a little bit better with the hand.
Yeah,
yes.
There's a lot of little funny things like that smattered throughout the.
And that's kind of what keeps the movie going, or the little sight gags here and there every couple minutes. It gives you a chuckle, keeps your attention, and really just kind of shows you how snotty the golf world was in that era.
Oh God,
yes.
Okay, so it got rowdy with Arnold Palmer in the '60s, Arnie's Army.
Yes,
because he was
rowdy. Yeah.
Well, no, he was an everyman. He was Pennsylvania bred and born. He was an everyman. But then after that, it all turned serious. It wasn't until Tiger. Tiger was the next person that brought out the common man to come see, because they wanted to see greatness. But they were all stuffy assholes.
Very much so. Very much so.
Shooter fits.
Shooter's the best. He is the stereotypical, I think, kind of sarcastic golfer who thinks he is the best, top tier on the tour.
Well,
right.
Christopher McDonald, he used Greg Norman as his inspiration.
Right. I could see a little Greg Norman there.
Which is interesting because, you can see a little bit of Greg Norman in there. I loved Greg Norman, though, when I was early teen, from 10 to 14, 15.
I was not the biggest golf guy. My favorite golfer, actually, growing up, was Tom Watson, out of all the golfers.
You're a dork.
Tom Watson was great.
He was good. He was really
and Jack
good.
Nicklaus. But Jack was really over the hill by the time I was watching.
I mean, I have faint memories of him winning in '86.
I remember because I was 14 at the time, and it was such a big.
You were 14 in '86?
Uh-huh.
Are you sure?
Yes, I could still do math at my old age. I liked golf, but I wasn't extremely invested. Once I got out of high school, between the ages of 18 and 21, I played some golf because there was nothing for an 18 to 21-year-old to do besides going to school and party late at night. But if you had nothing, you had no school during the day.
You could always go onto an airplane and jerk off. I mean, there's always that.
You gotta buy the tickets first. That costs money. Golf course is probably a little cheaper.
Yeah,
I didn't know masturbation cost more than golf. Crying out loud.
Yeah, right? That's a tough one. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
What sport did you take up, Eric, when you were a kid? Well,
I'm a fisherman. A masturbator of fish.
Masturbator?
Yes, all right.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
But I mean, even that first tournament, the qualifying tournament that he has to win to get into the pro, even some of them are a little snobby to him. You have that one guy where he punches him out.
Picking the fight with his caddy.
Yeah. That poor little kid. I feel bad for that little kid.
And we'll talk about him because he pops up again as a real golfer in Happy Gilmore too.
Yes, he does.
The only problem I had with this tournament was just how he was behind, and then he was in the lead, then he had a 5-shot lead, and it's it just was all over the place. I don't know.
The thing that gets me is that the scoring never adds up.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And that is something that pops back up because I catch myself trying to do the math in my head. And
don't do the math in your head. Don't do it.
I can't stop myself. It automatically happens.
He can't do math anyway. He didn't realize I was 14 years old in 1986. So I don't need to see him 4-putt to win the championship.
And a pretty weak 4-putt, let's be honest. I mean, that was...
Just tap it in.
Tap it in. Yes.
Tap-a-roo.
Yeah.
Another classic Sandlerism.
I would have liked to seen Shooter make more sly remarks during the whole tournament. That would have been a little bit funnier.
He thinks he's just going to be a joke. But
yeah.
I love his comment to Julie Bowen's character. Give me a Pepsi. Make it a Diet Pepsi.
Right.
Yeah, just completely dismisses it.
Yeah.
Well, he's probably frustrated because she was probably the reason why he was there.
Probably.
Yeah,
she's the PR person, wasn't she? Yeah.
So she was definitely the reason why he was there, and he probably didn't care for that.
It would have been interesting though if he would have had a thing for her.
Well, you know what? In the outtakes, he kind of does.
Yeah, I kind of saw that actually. He did seem to have it towards the end.
Yeah, and even in the sequel, he kind of talks about her as somebody special.
You stole her away from me. Yeah.
I'm actually happy they didn't make them an item. That was one more thing I don't think the movie needed. Trying to save the house and all that was enough. I don't think you needed to fight for attention, and especially since she already says that she doesn't date golfers, I think that sets the tone right there. But I would have liked to seen a little bit more of just sly remarks throughout that tournament, because he reminds me of, and we talk about Tin Cup, he reminds me of Don Johnson's character.
Very much so.
Really nice to people in front of them, but if off camera, he's mean to kids and dogs. So.
Kids, old people and dogs.
Yes.
Old people and dogs. That's what it is. Yeah. Old people and dogs. Yeah. But it's a very similar character.
At the very end of the movie of Tin Cup, when Don Johnson's character, the kid was with his grandparents and they had a dog, and he's mean to all three of them.
They should have got Don Johnson to play this part. There you go.
He would have done good.
Yeah, he would have.
Yeah.
He's a dick.
He's a great
There's no doubt about it. I like his daughter.
Yeah.
Dakota
Johnson.
Yeah.
We know who you're talking about.
Yeah. I was just thinking what else we're going to talk about next, but I was thinking that I think about the tournament and the fact that nobody knows who he is in this first tournament, but he wants that big check at the end, even though he's in last place.
Yeah.
He's like, give me a check like that guy right there.
Yeah.
So,
I want a big check.
Yeah, so that's funny that he wants the big check, and the other golfers are jerks to him too. They do the whole 9
p.m. when the sprinklers go on.
Yeah, but that sounds like that's an initiation. And if it wasn't Happy Gilmore, it probably would be something that every golfer had done before, right? And most of the golfers are actually, I think, really nice to him. I mean, you got Kevin Nealon's character, who's like a Zen guy. So.
Yeah, he's such a weird character, but it's perfect Kevin Nealon, though.
Well, they actually said that, Kevin Nealon's character basically ended up retiring from golfing and going to become a video game programmer and grandma's boy, because he's that same character with the Zen type of attitude. Okay. And then later on, he comes back at Happy Gilmore 2 as a golf commentator.
And not a good one.
You know who would have been interesting is in that role? Would have been Norm Macdonald.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would have been great.
As a commentator, yes, but as a believable golfer, I don't know if I would have been able to believe that. But to what Eric was just saying, Kevin Nealon is somebody that I never really thought was funny.
No, I like Kevin Nealon. I thought that he was good in the sequel to this, but the character was supposed to be a very poor commentator who couldn't do his job. No, I like Kevin Nealon.
I didn't like Nealon as the Weekend News Update guy.
You didn't like him?
He was better than Colin Quinn. Because Colin was like horrible, but anybody could do better than Colin. But I mean, when you have to follow Dennis Miller,
that's tough.
I mean,
following Dennis Miller was hard.
I mean, Dennis Miller of that era, he's arguably top 3 of all time.
He's the ultimate sarcastic comedian.
And he did it by himself back then, in the because over the last 15, 20 years, you've had 2 people doing it, like in the original when you had like Chevy Chase and Jane Curtin or
Dan Aykroyd
and Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
There was always 2 of them. But then when you got to Dennis Miller kind of changed all that.
Yep. I would say he and Norm are my 2 favorite Weekend Update guys.
So I didn't get Norm back then. So his humor, I didn't understand his humor too much later in life. I like it now, but back then
the fact that he made he made fun of
OJ.
O.J. Simpson on a weekly basis was pretty hilarious.
Cost him his job.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I think Norm's a better writer than an actual performer, but I'm in the minority probably of that. So
I like Michael Che and what's his face though here. I think
Colin
Jost.
Yeah.
Or like I call him
Mr.
Johansson. Yeah.
Yes.
And Michael Che does that all the time.
Yes.
It's their relationship that makes it funny.
Of course it is. Like when they write jokes for each other at the end of the year. That's the best.
Is the funniest thing ever.
That's the best.
So you gotta love the crowd that follows Happy. I mean, it changes everything. You have the you have the guys that want him to drink beer after sinking the putt,
and Virginia's making sure that he tames himself down.
Well, because if he doesn't, he's going to get kicked off the tour. And
right.
It's her responsibility, because if he does screw up, she gets fired. It would have been interesting if, when he did beat up Bob Barker later on, that she doesn't get fired. I'm surprised that doesn't happen. As he said later on, he's like, that would be extreme considering our ratings are the
right. Exactly.
It's so funny that when they're at that not the first tournament where he gets onto the tour, the first tour tournament, and he tees off, and he just goes into a classic Adam Sandler profanity laced, and you just see the beep beep, and Vern Lundquist, the great Vern Lundquist, who was a great commentator, his face is just like, oh my god, I can't believe it. That's hilarious. That makes me
notice that the other announcer doesn't speak a word.
He never says anything.
I guess they didn't have the money for both of them, so
I guess.
I love the tirade. He misses the ball completely on his first swing, and and then of course later on when Nealon tells him the ball's ready to go back to his home, it's where he belongs.
Don't you want to go to your home?
Are you too good for your home?
Sandlerism.
Yeah. Suck my white monkey ball, or something like that. Yeah.
His album at that time, they're all going to laugh at you. It's very that comedy.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's the funniest though when he's when they're talking about Happy in the office, and in the background he's like swearing and they're beeping him out. That's the funniest part of it, because he goes on for like 2 whole minutes, and it's just background noise for the most part. So
and it's just beep beep beep
beep beep.
It makes me laugh.
I'd also like it when he says stuff like that. Oh, how's your girlfriend? Oh, she's dead.
She's dead. Yeah,
she fell off a cliff and died.
And she goes, I don't date
golfers.
He goes, well, that's good because I'm a hockey player.
Right.
For the longest time, when people were asking me how my girlfriend was doing, I would say stuff like, she got hit by a water buffalo and died. Stuff like, I would just use those lines when people asked me about my girlfriend throughout the 90s.
Did you get water buffalo from?
Tragic combine accident. Yes. Yeah, I use that one all the time.
That's what happened.
You would have to know me in the 90s to know why it was water buffalo, too. So.
Isn't that what happened to Michelle? Tragic combine accident?
Tragic combine accident. Or water buffalo with a tragic combine accident.
Probably.
But I digress. During his meteoric rise, Happy crosses paths with Shooter McGavin, the reigning golf star and the film's primary antagonist. Shooter, threatened by Happy's popularity and unconventional style, plots to derail his progress at every turn. He manipulates tournament officials, tries to undermine Happy's confidence, and even goes so far as to buy Happy's grandmother's house at auction, hoping to crush Happy's spirit. Despite these setbacks, Happy perseveres, largely due to the support of his love interest, Virginia Bennett, a public relations director for the PGA Tour, and Chubbs, who continues to mentor him. Happy trains diligently to improve his putting skills, the one area of his game where he remarkably weak, I should say. With each tournament, he learns to balance his hockey-honed aggression with the finesse required for golf. Well.
Find your happy place.
Find your happy place. That's right.
Well, when you only have to shoot at the green and then putt, you don't have to have a real short game.
I love his happy place. It's always Chewy Bowen holding two things of beer.
And the midget.
And the midget and the cowboy outfit. What's up with the midget? Yeah.
Grandma's always winning money out of the
slot machine. Yes.
Slot machines. Yeah.
They could have just stayed on Julie Bowen.
Yeah. I do like the weird midget and his grandma.
That's so random. The midget.
It is. It's so random. Yes.
It's very Adam Sandler.
It is very Adam Sandler.
It would have been nice if they brought that midget outside of the dream sequence, and he just happens to show up at some type of event. Yeah. That would just
kind of like
funny.
Richard Keel's character.
Yeah.
Larson, who gets hit with the nail gun
still on his head.
Yeah, it's funny.
Richard Keel, that guy.
His interactions with Shooter McGavin are classic, though.
Right.
And Christopher McDonald plays it perfectly.
You can count on me, meeting you in the parking lot. You gotta like Shooter, especially when they meet each other at the bar. He's like, "Hey, put that on my tab," and he tries to convince him that he needs to be a hustler going to driving ranges.
And
I don't like it.
And he breaks the bottle off. And he's, I'm looking for the other half of the bottle.
I like it when they rhyme though together.
That's hilarious.
You'll pay. Listen to what I say. I can go out and eat some hay.
Or go play with clay.
Yeah. I just may. What do you say?
Makes me laugh.
And that's just throughout the rest of the movie, that kind of interaction. It's kind of funny because the first thing that they filmed together actually was the scene at the house. When they're auctioning out the house.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
So not in order, which that's not uncommon not to do it, but you would think they would, for whatever reason, you just would feel like that would have been established all that first.
It shows their chemistry.
Yeah.
But they were able to get that animosity and everything that quickly in shooting.
And I like how they show little chinks in the armor, because Shooter throughout this whole time is putting up a front. He uses the stupid David Hasselhoff and the sand jokes and tells people in Portland that they must put something in the water. He's kissing up so badly, but then when they
with the same bad jokes.
Yeah, same bad jokes. But when they interview him about, he just won a tournament, they said, "Hey, did you see Happy Gilmore play?" He goes, "No, I was too busy winning." Yeah. Where did he finish? Dead last? Oh, yeah, he had a great day, though.
Yeah.
That's when you see the chinks just really starting to hit home.
Starting to get to him.
Been so good up to this point, putting on that face, like he told those other people at the Invitational that allowed Happy to gain entrance. He's like, "Only one of you will be my colleague, but all of you will become my friends." So he's sucking up big time. It's so much like Don Johnson's character in Tin Cup. It's so much like it. They didn't rip off each other because these movies came out roughly around the same time frame. But it's funny how these characters are so relatable to each other.
I think because that was the perception of golfers at the time.
If you think about it, because you're right, before Tiger Woods and kind of after Jack Nicklaus, you didn't have a golfer. I mean, there was Greg Norman, I guess, but really you didn't have golfers who...
It was Nick Faldo. Nick Faldo he showed no emotion.
Yeah, I mean, these are guys who are not making commercials and you're not having them on talk shows or anything like that because they just didn't ooze personality.
And it's funny because Nick Faldo is a good he was a good announcer, a color guy to do golf. Is actually really good. He actually had a personality. It was like, that's Nick Faldo?
Like back in this day and age, I watched the senior tour because they had Chichi Rodriguez. He had personality, and so he was fun to watch. I knew more people that watched the senior tour than watched the regular tour because
Lee Trevino was playing there too, and he's in the movie.
Grizzly Adams did have a beer.
Yeah, no, but all of the golfers at the time, they all just stuck up and just kind of stoic and no personality.
This is kind of like the perfect storm for golfing, though. Tin Cup, Happy Gilmore, Tiger Woods. This is exactly what golf needed at this particular time.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I remember being glued. The Saturday of the 97 Masters was my senior prom. Up until I left, I watched the Masters just to watch Tiger. I remember that distinctly. I'd never seen anything like it before.
I wasn't that into golf that I needed to. I like golf, don't get me wrong, but yeah.
I like the Masters.
Yeah. I like golf movies more than I actually like to watch golf. I love to play golf. I rather watch a movie about golf than watch an actual golf tournament. It's boring. Let's be honest. Watching golf on TV, it's boring as shit.
Sometimes.
The only time it's probably okay to watch it is like the last day, and you get the back half, the back nine. Close game, then it might be interesting for me to watch. But up until then,
Saturday and Sunday of the Masters is probably one of the best because it's so beautiful. Let's be honest, nobody except a handful of people in the world are ever going to get to play the course.
Well, the beautiful thing about watching golf now versus before HD, watching it on a tube television, it just wasn't great. But watching it in HD, it really, you appreciate it much more, in my opinion.
Yeah. So, yeah, but Happy Gilmore it was an every guy, and you can see that in the crowd. And we talked a little bit about the interactions between Richard Kiel and Shooter McGavin. One of my favorites, though, is Duggan and Shooter McGavin are walking across that bridge. Because Duggan says he brings out a big crowd, and Shooter goes, "Well, yeah." He goes, "Yeah, somebody was." I got mooned on the 18th hole, and somebody wrote "happy" on their ass. It was "ha" on one cheek and PPY.
And sure enough, PPY on the other. Yeah.
That makes me laugh. He's like, and two bikers were doing it. It's like, how can I chip with that going on?
To a certain extent, you could understand, though, Shooter's frustration. He has paid his dues. He is doing really well, and the one thing is eluding him is this, the Players' Championship. And
this guy who really doesn't even give a shit about the PGA. He's just in it for the money. Right. Let's be honest. Yeah, I definitely understand where Shooter's coming from. I'd be pissed too. Everything he's done everything right. Granted, his personality is questionable. We get that, but his golf skills are good. And then all of a sudden, this quote unquote freak comes out of nowhere and just takes his thunder.
It's a Nancy Kerrigan.
Why?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tom Harding, Nancy Kerrigan.
What was that around that particular time too?
94.
That was the 9. Was it 92?
94.
It was the Olympics. Was it? Olympics were 92. I thought. No, 8. Wasn't it the 88 Olympics?
No, it was much later than that.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I think it was 94. So we're just a little bit outside of that. But I could see how you could play a little bit off of that, thinking that you deserve all this stuff. And so he sends the heckler out on him, and he's like, "You'll not make this putt yet, jackass."
And pays him a hefty amount of money.
Yeah, he does.
But the guy just wants to be his friend. Hey, Shooter.
Let's go to Red Lobster.
Yeah, right.
Red Lobster and Sizzler.
Yes,
that's
beautiful.
Yes.
I'll meet you there, Shooter. Yeah.
So with the outtakes, and this makes so much sense later on, but in the deleted scenes, Happy calls him out the second time around. When he comes back, Happy calls him out and says, "Why don't you pick up a club and try to hit one?" And he doesn't know how to play golf. And he gets upset and frustrated, and he says, "You'll be sorry." And then later on, comes back with the car and runs him down.
That's why he drives the car. Okay.
Yeah.
That does make a little bit more sense now that you say that. Yes.
Yeah. It was kind of a revenge thing instead of just mowing him down out of for no reason. It was like, could you just said jackass again? And,
jackass.
And of course, it's during the Bob Barker scene. It's probably the best part of the whole movie is Bob Barker and Happy Gilmore. It's the most
memorable.
Clearly, it is.
Yeah.
Because Bob Barker was an icon.
Yes. Yeah, it still is.
He stayed home from school, sick, and you watched The Price is Right. And Bob Barker was the man.
Yep, for a very long time.
Beauties and the whole shooting match. Bob Barker's hilarious here.
I love how serious Bob Barker is about winning this tournament.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a total... What? Just a total, what do they call it?
Just out of character. And because he always portrayed such a...
No, like an exhibition. It's an exhibition tournament with the celebrity and the golfer. But he's still so serious because he's Bob Barker. He doesn't want to lose.
Right.
It's like, you suck.
Right.
Well, he won last year.
Right. He's the defending champion.
Yeah. He won with Nick Faldo.
Yeah.
Faldo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It Happy sets the tone when he says things like, "You must get this a lot on the Let's Make a Deal."
Let's make a deal. Yes, that is so funny.
It's hilarious. Like, it's the Price is Right. Yeah.
It's Price is Right.
That's awesome. Yes.
You know what frustrates me? You're not getting the ball in the hole.
Right.
So,
yeah, it's hilarious. There's no doubt.
That
is clearly my favorite scene in the whole movie is the Bob Barker, and I'm sure it's everyone's. Yeah. Everyone loves it.
Yeah.
And the fighting in the scene is perfect. It's the right amount of time. They don't milk it too long.
No.
It's perfectly paced. This 1 hour and a half movie is one of the best paced movies for a comedy that I've seen. It doesn't run out of gas really at any particular time. They trade shots. Bob Barker's winning in a while, and then you have Gilmore winning for a little bit, and then it looks like he knocks out Bob Barker, and then he grabs him by the neck, and he just then starts beating the shit out of him and stuff like that. I think you've had enough. No, now you've had enough.
And because this has been on TV so much, everybody messes up The Price is Wrong. Because in the movie version, it's The Price is Wrong, bitch.
Right. Everyone botches it up. Right.
On TV, it's The Price is Wrong, Bob.
That's why you should never, ever. This is my PSA. I'm giving a PSA to all the young watchers out there. I'm like Steve Stone. All the little leaguers out there watching. All the young viewers out there, never, ever, ever, ever watch an edited version of a movie on a loser cable station. Don't do it.
I would say, though, this movie comes closest to like an original.
But don't do it. Just don't do it.
But even the cable edits, like the movie channel edits. No, I'm talking about the movie channel edits, like Showtime, and Cinemax and stuff like that. They actually had different scenes in the movie that weren't in the original release.
Yeah.
Is there like a director's cut?
Not necessarily director's cut, but
it's just sometimes it's a little different.
Especially in the 90s, there just seemed to be like, a different edited version of a movie that would come out on these movie channels, and they weren't edited. They didn't take any swear words out. Like, for instance, me and Ted were talking about, there was a scene where at the end of the movie, when Grandma leaves the retirement home, Happy actually goes, against, what is it?
Ben Stiller
character, Hal, and he throws him out a window. That is not in the original cut, and it's not on the Netflix or the streaming services right now, but back in the 90s, you would have seen that shot.
I see.
I agree with you. If you can watch a movie without the edited...
Especially if it's the first time you've ever seen it.
True.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Because then you're like, well, because the best time to see a movie, of course, is the first time. You're never going to get back that first time you've seen a movie, right?
Right.
And to miss, important parts of a movie or get different lines from a movie.
I mean, unless you want to watch a movie like for a comedic value, like watching an edited version of The Breakfast Club. Flunk you, just total, if you're looking at it from like a comedic value where the edits are just so bad. Yes.
I once saw an edited version, or I watched like 10 minutes of an edited version of Reservoir Dogs on the old Spike TV.
Oh,
and that
unwatchable.
Their lips were moving, and there was no sound coming out.
Nice.
Yeah,
so they just pulled the track from it. They didn't even add like additional overdubbed words. You're the best.
They just stopped.
Yeah.
They just gave up. Yeah.
Talking about Hale and his grandma. I mean, she's in that nursing home, and unfortunately,
Vietnamese sweatshop.
My fingers hurt.
Yeah.
You're on lawn duty.
Was it lawn or was landscaping?
Landscaping, yeah. Guess who's on landscaping duty? Yes. Or good news, arts and crafts time has been extended for 4 hours. Yes.
Your mom's quite the quilter.
Yes, right.
He's on the phone, with I could get you that order by a certain time frame.
Right, I could do it, yeah.
There's a deleted scene where they're actually taking sex calls.
No.
Where all of them, people are calling in and they're like, tell me what you're wearing and stuff like that.
Is it? Seriously? Oh my goodness. That's awesome. Now, that's funny.
Ben Stiller's character is trying to like encourage him and say, "This guy's paying $4 an hour. You really want to lay it on thick?
$4 a minute or something." Oh, that's awesome.
$4 a minute. That's what it is.
Yeah, I would love to. I'd like to see that. That's funny.
Yeah. Go to YouTube. It's on there. There's a bunch of edits on there. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Then you had like these different aspects of what these old people are doing, and they're doing all these different crazy things.
Oh my goodness! Now that would have been great to keep in the movie.
Like one of the guys, he's like
80 years. What got him the R rating?
Probably. He's like probably 80 years old, and he's probably like, you've been a naughty boy.
That's hilarious.
It's pretty funny.
I'm gonna watch that.
You felt bad for Grandma because Grandma thinks she just lost her house, but out of all the people, she doesn't seem to be the one that's worried.
I love the lady who jumps onto the car. Get me out of here!
Get me out of here! Help me! Yes,
she's funny.
When it drops the air conditioning unit on her.
Yeah.
Get this thing off of me.
Yeah, and that just leads into Shooter winning the house.
Which is kind of funny, because what he's like, I'll make your mom be my maid or something. Or
right,
yeah.
I'll burn this down to the ground right now.
And piss on the ashes.
Right.
And to be perfectly honest, I thought if Happy got the money, they would have gotten the house, paid and got the house. It's kind of a bait and switch that the IRS guy did. That it makes sense that they would have auctioned the house, but it's like, that's kind of a dick move.
Yeah, and of course the IRS guy is like, "Oh, this is going to be really exciting." He plays it off like, "I'm happy you showed up." See your grandma's house being sold. But it's interesting because before this, he gets the money because he gets the Subway endorsement, right? So
right. He gets Subway. Yeah.
But up to this point, wouldn't you have thought that Virginia should have already had him doing commercials? He was already the face of golf at that time. Yeah. He could have made this money way sooner than up to this point.
No, definitely. He would have had enough money to more than pay for the house.
In one of the deleted scenes, she had never been to a Subway and didn't know what Subway was. That was just kind of stupid.
Grandma or Judy Bowen? Or Julie Bowen? She didn't know what Subway was?
Didn't know what Subway was.
That's a little awkward.
In the scene, she's like, "Where did you find a place like this?" She's like, "There's like 1,100,
Yeah, the franchise. That's funny.
Yeah.
She goes, "Are they all good like this one?" And he's like, "Well, I've only been to 700 of them, so so far so good." So I don't think we needed him buying the house to be a plot in itself.
I like it for the end. It makes sense. It makes sense that Shooter gets the house and everything. I think it all works well.
I think it works, but at the same time, I don't know if it's really needed per se. Because if he doesn't win this tournament anyway, he's not going to have enough money for it. But I guess throwing the Subway thing, giving us false hope that he's going to get the house, and then taking it away. I guess then that's the best way it works. I guess.
I was gonna say, how do you guys feel about Chubb's death?
Unnecessary.
It's
hilarious. We have unnecessarily and we have hilarious. Okay.
It's funny that he freaks out when he sees the head of the alligator.
I don't know if I would have killed them off. I love how Shooter's dedicating this tournament in his honor. So that's
it's hilarious. Shooter's a dick.
You got Lee Trevino sitting there shaking his head like he does throughout the whole movie. He's just shaking his head after.
Lee Trevino plays his part so well.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think if you had one death, that's fine. But you already killed off his dad at the beginning, and now you're killing off another father figure.
His dad really wasn't a character, though.
It sets up the character for the whole movie, his dad. So
I will say this: the Chubb's dying really doesn't affect Happy in any way, because it would have made sense instead of him getting hit by a car, that all of a sudden he can't putt because Chubb's died. That makes a lot more sense. You know what I mean?
So what I was thinking with Chubb's, with Chubb's dying, he doesn't think he can go on because he didn't learn enough from Chubb's. Again, Virginia's character is supposed to love golf, and it would have been cool if she would have taught him some tricks for him to win. I don't know.
I love the mini golf scene, though. The mini golf scene's great.
There's more of it. There's more of it in the deleted scenes.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's one where he putts into a dragon and the ball spits out of his butt. And
my goodness! The mini golf scene is classic. Yes.
Yeah,
the clown mouthless laughing at him.
Yeah. And that's Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
hate this clown.
you're going to die, clown.
Going to die, clown. It's another classic Sandler.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I think we like about him is he still goes back and forth between his aggressive, character to his sweet boy
he just
next
kind
door
of tones
character.
it down a little. He knows
he never gets too far from his true north of his character.
We didn't mention it earlier, but one of my favorite scenes is when he gets so upset he picks up the flagpole at the green and he chucks it, and the
ESPN guy
falls out. Yeah,
it's hilarious.
I like the Chubbs character for the most part, but
I would agree. The way he died is kind of cheesy, but
okay. So I like Chubbs too. The best though is when they're going to one of the tournaments and Adam Sandler looks at him and he goes, "What? Your mom didn't sign you up to play an actual sport like football?" And he's talking to Carl Weathers, who actually was an NFL player. That's hilarious.
He's like, my mom thought it would be too dangerous. She's like, oh, good call.
That's hilarious.
But I think it would have been funnier is if Chubbs would have lost the other hand or something like that. Not die, but Adam Sandler is the reason why he loses the other hand or whatever the case may be. But it's just too grim. It's too grim for...
It's a little much, but...
Yeah,
it sets up the whole shooter professing to do the tournament for Chubbs.
But Happy just killed a guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's be honest, Happy killed him.
Well, did he really kill him?
Yeah,
I mean, he fell out the window.
These things happen.
He should have told him what was in the box.
I like how Chubbs is like, "Oh, this looks nice."
Yeah, right. Oh,
it's like, "Oh, what could be this? What could this be?" Yeah. And he's kind of telling him as he's slowly opening the thing, the alligator.
The alligator. I found the alligator that you did.
Yeah, so it kind of, I guess.
There are elements that are funny, but is it needed? Totally, probably not.
And of course, there's the fight scene between him and the alligator earlier. So
that's funny.
Yeah, there's an extended scene on that one too.
Oh, I'm sure
it goes on a little too long.
Yeah. So this movie could easily have been 2.5 hours if everything was added back into it.
Well, like they said, they cut 30 minutes out of it.
So. Easily 30.
So we didn't talk much, of course, about Virginia and Happy. We did mention a little bit about she doesn't date golfers, and he's a hockey player.
Is he?
What do you guys think about their date in the ice rink? I mean, it's
singing
Endless Love.
Endless Love. It's definitely, if it wasn't an Adam Sandler movie, I would say it is completely cheesy and overrated. But for Adam Sandler, I can definitely see it.
It's perfect.
It is.
And it's very Rocky-esque.
Yeah, I could see where he probably got that idea from Rocky because Carl Weathers is there, first of all.
Right, so. Exactly right. I love that she's he sets this whole thing up for her to shoot the puck into the goal. And then she hits it dead center.
Yeah, but when she hit that thing, I didn't think it was going to go 2 feet. I mean, the way she was standing.
It's cut. It's very
cut, that it goes much further, but you could tell that didn't go very far. But it makes her likable because, she's, of course, she says things like, I didn't see it go in. And then you got the guy who's, lip syncing to the Endless Love,
the Zamboni driver.
But
that's kind of stupid.
He's emotionally though involved.
He's
in
crying.
The song. Yeah. He's giving it his all. He was channeling his inner Milli Vanilli. That was that 80s, right? Milli Vanilli.
Yep. Late 80s. Yep. They won a Grammy, if I remember right.
Yes, they did, and they had it taken away.
Even if they weren't lip syncing, it was shit music anyway, so I could really care less.
They would care for it.
Wasn't even bad. Good pop. Whatever.
No, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
They were horrible.
I think it was more based on look than substance. So
the look, yeah.
Yeah, they had the look. Yeah.
The look of what?
They were relatively handsome.
Okay.
Yeah, they were both European.
They're brothers, weren't they? Rob and Fab or something?
No, they weren't brothers.
Oh.
But I also think it was a new look, something different than other people didn't experience before, and I think it just took off. So
I think one was British and the other was Belgian.
We really don't need to go to this.
We're way too far into the weeds with Millie.
Yeah, it's my fault. I take blame on that one. So,
but no, I like their relationship. I buy their relationship. I wish there was a little bit more meat on the bone. Is it classic like Barrymore, Aniston, Sandler?
No.
Love interest thing? No, because it's not a romantic comedy.
And it never gets that serious. It knows what its strengths are in this, and it's not their chemistry, even though, like you said, it's not bad, it's believable. But at no time do you like are you worried about the relationship? Because most romantic comedies, there's a threat to the relationship, and there's no threat to this relationship throughout. I
think if Diaz or Thurman would have been cast in the role, it would have been too unbelievable for Sandler at this time to be with somebody that hot.
Well, I don't know. What's her name? Bridget Sampras in Billy
Madison.
Madison.
She was not a superstar.
Hot. Yeah, but she was super hot.
But she was super hot.
She took off after Billy Madison. That was her.
I still want to answer questions for her,
yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
I want to take a long.
But then he gets Chris Farley at the end.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. As far as this movie goes, for Happy Gilmore, Bowen is perfect for him, and it works perfectly.
The whole relationship is perfect because they don't like throw it at you like you must accept this relationship. It just lets it develop on its own. And like I said, she is more caring about him, and his grandma and all that stuff. And like I said, the relationship is never threatened. It's unrealistic based on the fact that they never fight or anything like that, and that his anger issues don't get her.
Well, that's because he has anger issues.
I know, right?
We've already seen how he reacted with one girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're right. It's not typical of the character relationships that he has. I think it actually works out well because this is not a rom-com. Plain and simple. This is not even a slapstick comedy. It's a sports comedy. Yeah, exactly. Comedy. Beautiful. Yeah. The final showdown. Now I just need a little Europe music there to final countdown. All right. The climax.
Ooh, the climax.
All right, let's start over there. All right, come on, gentlemen. Calm down.
That's what happens on the plane. Right?
Hey, now. The climax.
You're the master debater.
I'm trying to be. You guys keep interrupting my climax. Come on. The climax of the film takes place at the Tour Championship where Happy and Shooter go head-to-head in a rivalry that has captured the golfing world. The stakes are high. If Happy wins, he will earn enough money to reclaim his grandmother's house. Isn't the bet he wins the house from Shooter?
Yeah, he doesn't need to pay for it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
But how are you going to, how are you going to settle on that bet? Who's going to enforce that bet? Richard Keel?
Richard Keel, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. The tournament is fraught with obstacles, including sabotage from Shooter and a runaway TV tower that crashes onto the course, forcing Happy to make a nearly impossible shot. Drawing upon the lessons Chubbs taught him, Happy visualizes a peaceful place, calms his nerves, and miraculously sinks the final putt using a hockey-style stroke to claim victory. Yeah, I guess all that, the angry clown paid off, huh?
Gonna die, clown.
Gonna die, clown, yes.
Like I said earlier, I wish they would have kept the scene with the heckler, that Happy basically defeats the heckler, and that's why the heckler has to come and try to run him over.
In watching this, I did kind of wonder why he was hit by a car. It's like literally nowhere, right?
Drives a VW bug out onto the course.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Out of all the things that felt out of place in this movie, that was the one.
That's attempted murder.
Well, yes, it is.
You went from a funny guy who says jackass, and that's funny, to a guy who's trying to kill you with his car.
All of a sudden, it turns into The Fan with Wesley Snipes and Robert De Niro.
He's Jodie Foster trying to kill for Shooter, right? Yeah.
You mean Hinckley shooting?
Hinckley shooting. Yeah, yes, of course. Jodie Foster never tried to kill anyone, right?
No,
yes,
she didn't try to kill Ronald Reagan.
No.
Or what's that tennis player that the female
Monica Seles?
Yeah, Monica Seles. She was never the same after that. Really.
No, she wasn't.
Wow.
Well, that's understandable. You're attacked on the court like that. That's pretty screwed up.
And of course, he loses his ability to hit the long ball after that too.
Right. So he actually has to start playing golf, and he finds out that he can play golf.
Not at first, though. He gets very frustrated, and there's some of the frustrating things are kind of funny. He throws his golf club, and this caddy catches it with one hand.
Yeah.
So that was pretty funny.
That's probably the shining moment of the caddy.
Well, there's more of the caddy. That's there's a scene, and I enjoyed bringing up these deleted scenes where Shooter goes into the store, like the storage room where they're keeping everybody's equipment and stuff, and he's taking Happy's golf clubs. Okay. But sitting there on one of the racks is the caddy.
Jeez.
So,
that's funny.
And he actually, he's talking, and that's where we find out he has a name.
Like he's a golf bag just sitting there.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And he just says odd things like his sister's a witch, and just these random facts that just come out of his mouth that are a little scary. So Shooter gives him back the golf clubs and takes off. I like most of this, but I agree with Ted. The scorekeeping is kind of insane because he falls way behind, and Shooter doesn't look like he's playing bad at all.
He's really good. I mean, Happy gets holes in one on par fours and stuff like that. It just it doesn't add up.
Yeah, well, he's not making holes in ones because actually one of the golfers actually stated that he would only want to see Happy hit one hole in one, and that's it. And that's all
Mark Lyon or whatever.
Yeah, he said only one hole in one. In the deleted scene, there is a situation where Shooter is trying to putt, and the crowd is mocking him, and he misses the putt. And they should have left that in. There's a lot of stuff in here that I think would have elevated this, which is it's already an elevated movie. Yeah. But there's some stuff on the cutting room floor that just would make a lot more sense here. That Shooter starts getting a little tight. It's when Happy is trying to make his run. Shooter's starting to struggle a little bit.
I wonder why they decided to go with PG-13 over R, because Billy Madison's R.
Money.
Yeah.
You're going to get more people going to a PG-13 than you are R-rated film. So
yeah, that's true.
It makes sense.
You think about R-rated comedies, they weren't very successful until I think The Hangover, right?
American Pie. American Pie was of the 90s, would have been the one that resurrected that.
Caddyshack was an R-rated movie.
That was 80.
That was 1980.
Actually, that didn't do as well, though. Remember, that's why, Doug Kenny was very frustrated because it didn't do as well as expected. Well, I guess Animal House was, But in general, R-rated comedies weren't big moneymakers because you took away a big portion of your audience. And I think it's also, Adam Sandler was probably trying to shape an image, and if all he's doing is releasing rated R movies, like I said, he's losing a portion of his fan base. And there was a lot of teenagers that really liked Adam Sandler.
Correct.
I loved his stand-up. His stand-up was very R.
Yeah. I didn't know he had stand-up till later on in life. I knew him from Saturday Night Live and the songs. The only thing I thought of him was controversial is when they made that the gay beer commercial on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, Schlitz gay.
Schlitz gay.
That's one of the most funniest parody commercials I've ever seen. Yeah, it's so funny.
One of the best Saturday Night Live parody.
If you like beer and you're gay.
Yeah. Schlitz gay.
Yeah, I mean, you see Shooter trying to practice the swing in the background, so
that's
Shooter's
funny.
Worried, but I would have liked to seen a little bit more of him, choking up a little bit, that he's starting to choke, which would make the final hole more interesting.
Make it a little bit more believable that they're kind of tied.
Yeah. I mean, of course, how believable are you going to get? You just put a mini golf obstruction in front of him so he can win the game.
Literally, that's exactly right. Yes.
It is what it is. it's convoluted. I don't necessarily think it's funny necessarily, but it fits the movie.
I would rather him sink a long putt or something like that.
Me too.
Something he really can't do, right? A long putt, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And he needed it to win.
Or maybe that's when they make the bet at the end of that that hole.
Right.
Oh, like a Caddyshack bet.
Though I love Shooter running after and taking the jacket and running down the fairway, and everybody's following him and everything. It's hilarious.
He's telling them how he wants his jacket.
Yeah.
His measurements.
That was before.
That's Mr. Gilmore's.
Yeah, right. Stop. That's Mr. Gilmore's. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Hold still. So.
And then we get the outro with Tuesday's Gone playing, and up in the sky we see Chubbs,
the alligator, and
randomly Abraham Lincoln.
Exactly. Just beautiful.
It's just so random. And the caddy's dressed up in a suit and everything. He's got an ascot on and everything.
Instead of Abraham Lincoln, they should have put the midget there. The midget should have been with them.
The midget's dead now, right? Yes.
But just the randomness of Abraham Lincoln is just, I don't know, it makes me chuckle.
I think that's what we like about this movie is the randomness. Yeah. We talked about the midget earlier. He was just random.
Just random. He just pops up out of nowhere.
There's no rhyme or reason.
Yeah.
Right.
The Asian old lady at the beginning of the movie.
Yes,
just
exactly.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's just these little random things here and there. Just when we think we know how everything's going to go, we just throw something like this to kind of like mess with us, which is great.
Beautiful.
So, nice ending. It's kind of funny. Later on, they Barker and Sandler kind of reprise their roles for a autism like awareness type of thing. Yeah. That's really funny. I don't know, Eric, if you've ever seen it.
I have not.
It is hilarious. Him and Bob Barker are in a hospital. Bob is like recovering from like hip surgery or something like that, and they just get into it. Sandler's trying to feed him soup, and then they just start ripping on each other, and you got to watch it.
Is it YouTube?
It's really funny. Yeah, it's on YouTube.
And back in the day, and I know Eric will roll his eyes at this, but it was a big deal because the Bob Barker Happy Gilmore fight was the first fight that won for the MTV Video Movie Awards.
Why am I going to roll my eyes?
Because you hate the MTV Video Awards our movie awards because they're non-existent now. I think.
No, I think they're still out there.
Good taste prevailed.
I knew they still do the VMAs, which I don't understand because there's no music videos on MTV.
You know, it's like the Teen Choice Awards. Let's be honest. No one cares what teens think. But
back in the day, it was you had to watch.
I remember the MTV. I mean, MTV was the king. It was in the 80s and going to the 90s. It was top tier. They could run anything, show.
Going to school, you had to watch the VMA Awards.
What if you didn't have cable?
Well, then you were left out of the conversation.
You sat in the corner.
You were left out of the conversations the next day because you had to watch it.
But
now it's like I don't do because I saw an ad the other night. It was for the VMA Awards. I'm like, I looked at my sister. I'm like, VMA Awards? What the hell are they even doing them for? They don't make videos anymore.
Fun fact: this year marked the end of the MTV Awards.
Wow,
the movie awards.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they did the movie awards anymore.
Yeah, they did it all the way
till this year, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
MTV is non-existent in today's society. Let's be honest.
It was held in 2023. It wasn't held last year, but they had plans on bringing it back. But they officially announced that.
Yeah, there's no point in it.
No one cares.
It's it's complete trash TV. It's like TLC. It used to be the Learning Channel, and now it's Honey Boo Boo.
Oh wow, it's not Honey Boo. You're dating yourself by about 10 years.
Yeah.
No, TLC is like Ghost Adventures. No, that's the Travel Channel.
No, that's the
Travel Channel. But you're right. TLC is like My 600-Pound Wife and Pimple Popper MD. Oh, but you're right. It's like nothing to do with actual learning. It's horrible shows. You're right. Honey Boo Boo.
I think it's time for reviews.
Oh my goodness! I think we're long past time for reviews. Yeah. Let's kick it off. How about you, Tettles? Let's hear what your thoughts are.
I love this movie.
Wonderful. That's great. Ken, what do you think? No, I'm kidding.
It takes me right back to high school. I mean, it's like the senior year of high school, late juniors, early senior year of high school. It's a great comedy. It makes me laugh. And one of the things that my criteria for a funny movie, did you have fun? And did you laugh? If it made you laugh and you had fun, it accomplished its goal. Is this going to win an Academy Award? No, absolutely not. Not even close.
MTV Movie Award.
Right, an MTV Award. I mean, it's fun.
Maybe
it's
fun. A Razzie.
Right. But what this also does is it harkens back to when Adam Sandler made good movies. Because now he's made so much trash.
He's made a lot of good movies still, though.
He's made a lot of good movies, but he's made some of that Netflix stuff is just unwatchable. But
you're talking about Hubie Halloween is awesome.
Oh, yeah, I hope there you go. But no, this is prime Sandler, and I mean it's perfect for me. So this is a solid 4 movie for me. 4 hooks, straight up. Not even thinking about it. It's 4 hooks.
Okay, you know what? That's good. Me and Tettles here are on the same page. I think this is a solid 4 hooks too. When this movie came out, I mean, oh my God, it was just like, the bomb. It was funny. It was just over the top. Now I watch it and I'm like, all right, it's not as funny as it once was. I'm not a juvenile delinquent anymore. I'm a little bit more adult humor, but it's still, I really appreciate the movie. It's really, really good. I would watch it again. And I probably will down the road. I like Keza. I like golf movies. I love good, even serious golf movies. I mean, your Tin Cups.
There's The Legend of Baggy Pants.
I've never seen The Legend of Baggy Pants, but there is a movie out there called
Dead
Solid Perfect, which has a very, very great.
Randy Quaid, right?
It's Randy Quaid and some blonde. I can't think of her name, but she has an ice bucket above her head. But that's here nor there. So it's just, and Randy Quaid actually plays a pretty good golfer in that movie. So I like golf movies, and this movie with all your cameos and just the way it is written and acted, and the comedic timing of everyone, and just you don't know what's coming up next, which is the best part of the movie. It doesn't follow an A to Z comic, comedic role movie where you can almost predict what's going on. This one's got a few curveballs and they're kind of funny. So it's a solid 4 for me too. Ken?
This movie is hilarious. It's fun. I enjoyed watching it.
Wow, cheer up there, Ted or Ken. This movie is hilarious.
I would say out of all the movies that I've watched recently, as far as comedies and revisiting them, this is the one that has been able to hold stronger for me than the other movies. So I feel like it hasn't lost a lot of its luster 30 years later. There are things, like I said, I would do a little bit differently. I don't particularly care for Chubbs dying. I think Sandler has an obsession with death to a certain extent. He likes to kill people off in his movies. I don't know why he does this.
He does. You're right. He does.
In his comedies, I don't know what's up with that, but
who died in Little Nicky other than the plot?
Well, everybody died basically in Little Nicky. Henry Winkler, he got stung by a bunch of bees, right? Right. This is when Sandler is at his best, is Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison. Those are probably his 2 best movies that he's ever made. And it's because Adam Sandler comes off as being somebody you would know and hang out with.
Comedy movies.
But he comes off as being like somebody you would know and hang out with. He isn't extremely handsome, but he's funny and he's goofy, and we like funny and goofy, especially at the ages that we were at. I'm struggling with my rating here because I want to give it what I want to give it, but I feel like it's a little too high, but I'm just going to give it anyway. I'm going to 4.5.
Guilty pleasure?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a guilty pleasure because I think it's a legitimately great movie. There's a reason why so many people came in to watch Happy Gilmore 2.
Right.
It set records. And why? Because Happy Gilmore 1 was iconic. And this movie is iconic. In my opinion, I'm not saying it's a Blues
targeted
Brother.
us.
It's not a Blues Brothers or an Animal House iconic, but it's right below that. I was debating between 4.25 and 4.5, but I'm gonna stick with the 4.5.
All right.
They targeted us, and we'll talk about that when we do Happy Gilmore too.
And that's a great segue. Speaking about unwatchable Adam Sandler Netflix movies, which one are we doing next, gentlemen?
Happy Gilmore 2.
Happy Gilmore 2. That's right. Hoopy Halloween. That's right. Yes, no. It's not unwatchable, but we'll see if it lives up to the hype. You'll just have to watch it and listen to the next episode of Hooked on Movies, the podcast. And as always, have a great day.
The price is wrong, Bob. See you at the movies.
Go to your home. Don't you like your home? See you next time on Hooked on Movies.